Ton just onboarded millions of users without a single tweet. The kind of move that shifts the entire industry quietly, surgically, and without a headline. No hype, no airdrop, no influencer campaign. In fact, most people still have no idea it is happening. And yet, Ton might be the most important blockchain story of 2025. Crypto in 2025 has entered a new era of institutional clarity and cautious optimism, where legacy giants like Bitcoin and Ethereum dominate store of value and settlement layers. But Ton carves a new lane entirely, focusing on seamless user distribution through real-world messaging utility. We are seeing a divergence between speculative retail-driven narratives and institutionally validated infrastructure plays. The approval of multiple spot Bitcoin ETFs in the United States, Europe, and Asia has fundamentally altered capital flows. For the first time, sovereign wealth funds and pension managers are allocating to crypto as a strategic asset class. Ethereum's upgrade to full statelessness in early 2025 has also opened new scalability doors. Layer 2 chains like Arbitrum, Optimism, and Base are now hosting billions in locked value and thousands of active contracts. But alongside this maturation, many altcoins have failed to maintain relevance. Market rotation is no longer a free-for-all. It is selective, data-driven, and conviction-based. In this macro environment, tokenomics and developer metrics matter more than ever. This shift is why protocols with product-market fit, distribution channels, and institutional backing are rising to the top. It is less about speed and more about resilience. It is less about virality and more about value accrual. And among these serious contenders, Ton is uniquely positioned to capitalize on the next wave of blockchain adoption. Ton stands for the Open Network. It was originally developed by Telegram, one of the largest messaging platforms in the world. After regulatory challenges, the project was spun off and is now managed independently by the Ton Foundation. At its core, Ton is a decentralized Layer 1 blockchain. But it is not just another smart contract platform. Ton is built to support decentralized messaging, payments, file storage, domain name services, and more, all natively. Ton is not just a blockchain. It is a full-stack framework for decentralized digital life. Its architecture includes multiple layers designed to operate in parallel. The master chain coordinates work chains, each of which can process a different set of smart contracts. This allows for specialization and rapid scaling without congestion. Unlike Ethereum, which relies on rollups for scalability, Ton's base layer is natively scalable. It uses dynamic sharding, meaning the network can split and recombine as needed to handle spikes in traffic. That is crucial for real-time applications like messaging or game state updates. Smart contracts on Ton are written in a low-level language called Fun, optimized for gas efficiency and speed. The Ton virtual machine is designed for asynchronous execution, reducing bottlenecks. In simpler terms, Ton is not just fast. It is built for parallelism at scale. User experience is another priority. Telegram's upcoming native wallet is expected to support multi-token swaps, staking, and direct NFT minting from chat interfaces. This makes crypto functionality as intuitive as sending a message. The goal is simple, but ambitious. Make Web3 invisible to the user. And if successful, that could change how billions interact with decentralized networks. In the world of institutional investing, silence often speaks volumes. Ton's ascent has not come with the usual hype cycles or influencer-driven campaigns. Instead, it has attracted capital from long-duration investors with reputations for early infrastructure bets. Pantera Capital's involvement is particularly notable. This is a firm that made early plays in Bitcoin, Polkadot, and Filecoin during their most undervalued phases. Kingsway Capital's participation underscores the global thesis behind TON. Their portfolio is heavily weighted toward fintech and emerging market technologies. TON aligns perfectly with that vision. Fast, mobile-first, and adaptable to multiple jurisdictions. Telegram itself has announced further feature rollouts connected directly to TON. These include chat-based tipping, business payments, and even e-commerce plugins that settle in TON. We are witnessing an evolution from messaging platform to financial super app. For venture capital, this signals not just a protocol, but a platform shift. Early-stage builders are applying for grants to build gaming, identity, and even social reputation layers on TON. According to Messari's Quan 2025 funding report, TON-based projects raised more than $80 million, up 200% from 2024. And yet, public awareness remains muted. The token has not had its viral moment yet. For some investors, that is exactly the opportunity. But this is where the story takes a sharp turn. Regulatory risk looms large over any blockchain with close ties to a mainstream application. Telegram has faced legal pressure in multiple jurisdictions for its encryption policies and data storage practices. If regulators decide that integrated crypto features breach financial laws, it could force TON to decouple or re-architect core components. That would introduce uncertainty into developer roadmaps and investor models. Then there is the matter of validator centralization. While TON has thousands of validators, their geographic and jurisdictional distribution remains under research. If hosting providers are clustered in single regions, downtime or censorship could pose real threats. From a tokenomic angle, TON's circulating supply remains manageable today, but emission ramps over the next 2 years are steep. The foundation has pledged transparency, but history shows that market reactions to large unlocks can be irrational. Volatility is not merely a number. It is a signal. It tells us how prepared a network is for real-world stress. If TON can maintain low slippage, high uptime, and stable validator rewards even under pressure, it will prove its resilience. But if it falters, capital will flee as it always does when trust breaks down. Imagine the bull case in full detail. Telegram integrates TON not just as a back-end protocol, but as a default payment layer. Suddenly, millions of users are transacting in TON without changing their behavior. Merchants begin accepting TON payments inside group chats. Creators launch subscription content directly within Telegram using token gating features. Developers build on-chain communities with automated governance and tipping mechanisms. This kind of mass-scale adoption could bring daily active users on TON dApps to over 50 million by 2027. The resulting fee burn and staking dynamics would create sustained token demand. In that world, TON becomes not just a Web3 protocol, but a category-defining platform. Now pivot to the bear case. Telegram pauses integration plans due to user backlash or government pressure. Developers migrate to chains with more composability or mature ecosystems. The value locked on TON plateaus while competitors continue evolving rapidly. Token liquidity dries up and user retention becomes difficult. In this view, TON fades into the background, a strong but unused protocol relegated to niche status. As always, the outcome depends on execution, not promise. But this is exactly why asymmetric investments matter. You are not betting on certainty. You are betting on the credible possibility of exponential outcomes. This single decision could change everything. TON's roadmap for 2025 and beyond includes more than just technical improvements. The project is also working on user education and fiat on-ramps in strategic regions. In Latin America, discussions are underway with telecom providers to bundle TON wallets with mobile devices. In the Middle East and Southeast Asia, merchant integrations are being piloted in hospitality and microfinance. There is even exploratory work on integrating CBDC rails through TON gateways. This shows that TON is not just building in isolation. It is positioning itself to plug into existing financial systems. On the infrastructure side, TON's proof-of-stake model continues to attract validators from diverse geographies. New staking pools are launching in Africa, Central Asia, and parts of Europe. If the roadmap holds, TON could be one of the few projects able to meet both grassroots and enterprise demands. Something even top-tier competitors like Solana and Avalanche continue to struggle balancing at global scale. Beyond regional pilots, the TON Foundation is also investing in middleware solutions. These include fiat-to-crypto ramps embedded directly in Telegram chats using stablecoins like USDT. There are ongoing negotiations with point-of-sale providers in Indonesia, Egypt, and Brazil to enable TON QR payments in physical locations. By bridging messaging, payments, and real-world commerce, TON is shaping up to be more than a blockchain. It is becoming an operating system for digital society. TON storage is another pillar being quietly advanced. Unlike Filecoin or Arwave, TON storage integrates directly with existing Telegram APIs, meaning users can host files, websites, or data backups in a few clicks. Developers are using TON DNS to issue domain-like identities that double as messaging handles and wallet addresses. This convergence of identity, payments, and file management makes TON the closest thing to a decentralized mobile ecosystem. A healthy blockchain is not just defined by its code base. It is defined by the people who choose to build on it, govern it, and advocate for it. In the case of TON, the community is evolving rapidly. Weekly developer calls are streamed globally with translations. The TON DAO is active, with governance proposals on grants, tooling, and treasury allocations. Regional ambassadors in India, Turkey, Brazil, and Nigeria are driving education and validator recruitment. The foundation has also partnered with university blockchain clubs in Singapore, Berlin, and Abu Dhabi to launch campus hackathons. Winning teams are provided seed grants and direct mentorship to continue building on TON. This proactive talent funnel is positioning TON not just as a network for users, but as a serious contender for long-term developer retention. Unlike communities that fracture during price volatility, TON's forums and Telegram channels have remained focused on technical collaboration. Metrics like governance participation rate and validator growth suggest an ecosystem that is both expanding and stabilizing. There is even discussion about launching a community-curated knowledge base and TON-native forum protocol. This signals a growing interest in decentralized stewardship, not just top-down leadership. And that bodes well for long-term resilience. So where does this leave us in 2025? TON is not a meme coin. It is a structural attempt to redefine the relationship between communication and digital ownership. Its architecture is deeply technical, but its mission is simple: bring crypto to people without asking them to become crypto users. Telegram's embedded role in daily life gives Ton a head start. No other layer one possesses. This is not just a network. It is a culture. It is a movement. Now is not the time for hype or fear. It is the time for positioning, because if Ton wins, it will not just grow. It will quietly become the standard for how people message, pay, and own online. Many blockchains have attempted to go mainstream. Few have a distribution rail like Telegram and the product focus to deliver actual utility. It started as a quiet revolution, and now it might rewrite how the world adopts crypto. Investors often look for explosive returns, but the most durable opportunities grow like roots, not fireworks. And Ton is setting deep roots in places others overlook. For those building a macro-resilient crypto portfolio, the decision is not just about what pumps, it is about what lasts and what integrates. If you value strategic research like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Crypto Wayfarer. We decode the signal from the noise so you do not have to. And if you are still watching, let us know in the comments what project we should cover next. We are here every week breaking down the fundamentals behind the flash. Stay sharp, stay strategic, and keep wayfaring.